Hi, welcome to today's mini lesson on quality documentation. We're keeping it short to maximize your time while still having a mighty impact on learning. Our lesson on quality documentation is driven by the question, what's your objective for digital documentation? Understanding why you're documenting learning is fundamental. Is it to showcase? Is it to reflect? If so, is this for the process or the final product? Or is the objective behind documenting learning to develop skills? As you know, there's so many skills that could be honed, so my call out here to written and visual communication, metacognition, and digital citizenship is just the tip of the iceberg. Perhaps your objective is to engage students and or families in a digital environment. All of these will drive what you and your students are posting to SpacesEDU. Before I jump into my SpacesEDU demo account, I want to make a connection behind the why and the how. The why is your objective for digitally documenting learning, and the how is to hone our skills with using SpacesEDU. Today's how will touch on two space types, the class space and the one-to-one space, along with their visibility settings, and we'll also take a look at how to create a post. Welcome to my demo class. I'm in my teacher's account. Every class has a class space that is automatically created. Let's jump in and take a look at some posts. The class space is an interactive learning environment for all students and invited family members. This is a post from me, the teacher. I wanted to communicate a learning experience with families in a showcase of my students having fun and quite literally jumping out of their comfort zone on a field trip. Therefore, my post is centered around photos of the experience. As the teacher, I also wanted my students to engage by reflecting on a favorite moment, so my post is accompanied by a prompt. Comments can be written and media-based. This is a post from a student. In a creative writing unit, students wrote their own narratives. For further competency development, I'm assessing students on their oral communication skills. Therefore, SpacesEDU is the perfect place to record their narration to both capture and showcase audio, while also describing their learning in a description. I could have a student simply share their stories, but I extended this in the class space to have them share with their classmates to both celebrate their learning and receive peer feedback. So, looking at another competency or skill development with that. Now, I have very open visibility settings, but depending on your objective, the age of your students, and your own pedagogical practice, you may choose to limit your audience. This can be done for both students and families. Keep in mind that adjustments to these settings can be done over time to reflect growth and maturity, trust, and overall development of the class space. As a teacher, when I create a post in the class space, I can assign the post to one, multiple, or all students. When I create this for multiple or all students associated with the post share that one post. So that means all subsequent comments and emojis are shared by all those students associated with the post. Right now, I'm back on the main Spaces tab. Here you can see I have several one-to-one spaces which are private or one-to-one learning environments between the student, teacher, and invited family members. A one-to-one space is created by the teacher, which can be done by clicking the +Create button. Right now, I'm in a student's account in a one-to-one space. In this post, Jack is engaging with the design cycle or process. His post is to showcase evidence of the process as well as reflect on his choices. His process is captured, but so is his teacher's feedback. Feedback that can help guide those next steps. Further up, we can see a showcase of the final product, which utilizes various media. Yes, his written description is short, but with voice and choice in learning, further description can be accessed via the audio he has recorded. His teacher has provided feedback with her evaluation. Jack is still flexing his developing reflection skills on what he would do differently next time, and his mom, she's having a proud mama moment. Let's celebrate. As a comparison, in my teacher account, I can see and access all students that are associated with this one-to-one space I created. When I create a post, I can create a post for one, multiple, or all students. The difference from the class space with posting for multiple or all students is that each student gets their own copy of the post. This is going to change what I'm including in my post. Whether it's your students doing the posting or you're posting on the behalf of your students, what is included in the post is driven by the objective for documenting the learning in the first place. That said, using the various media types is a great way to capture evidence of learning. Description and reflection can be media-based or written, and of course, learning can continue even after the initial post as reflective comments. Some final thoughts for today's mini lesson for a mighty impact is to consider quality over quantity. Not everything needs to go into SpacesEDU. That would be too much work and can potentially diminish your impact. By putting emphasis on your objective, whether it's to showcase, reflect, or offer feedback, skill development, or engagement, you're able to maximize your impact on communication and planning while still being kind to your time. That said, find a consistency in your cadence for posting, especially if you're looking for impact on student development and family engagement and learning. Thank you for your time today. Do not hesitate to reach out to our friendly support team at hello@spacesedu.com or to check out our website for great content and resources.